In 1982, environmentalists won a major victory over big business. After 10 years of trying, they passed the Massachusetts Beverage Container Recovery Law, commonly known as the Bottle Bill. The law required that carbonated beverage containers, such as soda and beer, carry a 5-cent refundable deposit. The deposit system was designed to cut down on litter and encourage recycling. Back then, parks, sidewalks, beaches, and waterways were being littered with disposable glass beverage containers. The litter was painfully obvious, and sometimes actually painful, when the bottles broke. Lacerations in children and adults were on the rise, and legislators saw the Bottle Bill as a way to tackle the issue, and it worked.
The Bottle Bill was a great success from day one. Our beaches were cleaner, our streets were cleaner, our beautiful parks were immaculate, and no longer were people seeing the debris of the bottles and cans of the bottling industry, the beer industry.
Since its passage, the Bottle Bill has led to the redemption of over 35 billion beverage containers, according to the Department of Environmental Protection. Environmentalists point to the recycling rate of deposit bottles as an indicator of the law's success.
The containers that have a nickel deposit on them are recycled 80% of the time. So there is absolutely no other recycling program in the state, if there is in the country, I don't know about it, that has that measure of success, 80%. The containers that don't have a nickel deposit get recycled approximately 25% of the time. So it's very clear the success that it's having.
The containers that don't have a nickel deposit, namely non-carbonated beverages such as water, iced teas, sports drinks, energy drinks, and juices, are now the big issue. These products were not on the market 30 years ago when the law passed, and can now be found littering beaches, parks, and waterways, the same way glass bottles once did.
So here we are again. It is a bit of a deja vu. We're fighting the same fight again. If someone had told me in 1972, when I introduced the Bottle Bill the first time in Massachusetts, that I would be spending the next 25 years continuing to fight that battle, I would have said, don't be ridiculous, I'll do something else.
But for the past decade, Pines, Dominance, and other environmentalists have pressed legislators for an update to the law to include the new beverages on the market. Year after year, they make their case to lawmakers on Beacon Hill. They introduce new bills to update the Bottle Bill, and to date, their bills have never come up for a vote. A small committee of politicians has repeatedly kept the bill from a vote. Phil Seago is an activist at the Massachusetts Sierra Club and is part of the environmental coalition that is now changing tactics by taking the issue directly to the voters through a ballot initiative.
I've personally been working on this bill for 10 years, and each year in the legislature I keep working my hardest to get it through, and it doesn't go anywhere. This year it's going somewhere. I'm watching it go through the process, and now instead of being under the control of a committee or some other department in the State House, it's under our control, and it's going to be up to the voters, and it'll pass next November.
Seago and the environmental coalition backing an updated Bottle Bill have secured the first round of signatures necessary to put the issue on the November ballot. Because of that, legislators have assembled a small subcommittee and are making a last-ditch effort to try and find a compromise with supporters and opponents of the bill. But time is running out. The subcommittee's compromise is due July 15th, at which point the Bottle Bill supporters can either accept it or continue on with their efforts to put the issue on the ballot.